Okay, Lee,
Hi.
what brings you in today?
Well, I'm really battling with some anger and some depression. And I've actually taken off a few days of work to try to get a better outlook. Been having issues at work for about a year now. They hired a group of graduate nurses. Of course, they're RNs now. But ever since they came, they have no respect for authority. They don't do anything you ask them to do. They're in a little clique, and they just treat everybody else like they don't know anything. That they're so much better nurses. So basically, what's happened is they've run off all of the veteran nurses there, and it's just every day I go to work, I cry on the way to work because I know I try to pick up the slack for the stuff that they don't do, and it's overwhelming, and it's just I'm so angry, and I've just gotten more and more depressed, and I really don't know what to do.
So this new group of nurses, how long have they been there?
It's been about a year.
And they've run off all the other veteran nurses except for you?
Yeah.
So what's happened to the other veteran nurses? What have they gone to
Most
other
of them
jobs?
just I'm sorry, what?
They gone to other jobs or other facilities or what?
Most of them have just transferred to different departments within our hospital. So I just, I don't like to think of myself as someone who gives up on a situation, but I've talked to the manager. They are not in my corner. Basically just said it was something I was going to have to deal with, and if I was a better charge nurse, I wouldn't have those problems. So
they're laying it off on you rather than the other nurses.
Right, they're not taking any responsibility or trying to do any disciplinary action to have those nurses correct their behavior.
Inquiries or anything like that?
Nothing.
So what options do you feel like you've got?
Well, I know there's other places I could work, but I don't know. It just scares me to think about. Like I say, I've been there for a long time, and I really felt like I would probably stay there till I retired. I used to enjoy my job, but it really scares me to think about any type of change. And so,
Have you talked to any of the other veteran nurses that transferred out into other departments? Are they having a better experience, or are they still having problems, issues in those departments? Or
I do still talk to several of them. We worked together for a long time, so we're still friends. And for the most part, they have good experiences. Their managers are real proactive and try to be fair to most of their staff.
okay, and what keeps you from moving into one of those departments?
I'm so afraid of change. Like I say, I've done this for so long and really felt like I would stay there. So it's hard to think about not being in that department.
What scares you about change?
Well, they always say the grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence, and I'm afraid that I'll make a job change and it'll be the same or worse. So.
But you don't know.
No, I don't know.
But what you do know is that where you're at, it's miserable.
Yeah, it is miserable.
And you don't feel like you have any course of action other than the manager.
Not at this point, because the nurse, they don't listen at all. The floor nurses. they're very content with their little clique and allowing other people to pick up their slack, the areas they don't.
How long has that manager been in that position?
She came just a little bit before they were hired, and that may be a part of it. She doesn't want to admit that it was a bad hire. Maybe a little bit of pride involved on her part. But I've been there. This is our 4th manager since I've been there. It's a very difficult job. For several beds, lots of staff they have to manage, and up until now we haven't had someone that's a trained manager. This is the first trained manager that we've had, so it just kind of surprises me that she's not more proactive handling her staff. It was disappointing.
So you're just really scared of change. Why?
Like I said, what if it's worse? I can't imagine what would I do if it was worse?
Find another place.
I don't know if I can do that.
So, what, can you get the paperwork for a transfer? Would you consider transfer? Would you consider a transfer?
I don't know. I can get the paperwork very easily. It's on every computer in the hospital. You just print it.
Alright. So for next week, bring the paperwork with you. And we'll do a role play.
Okay.
Or more than one. And we'll maybe do it from different angles.
Okay.
And maybe you get past the change part. The fear of change. Work on that.
Well, right now I have the fear of it staying the same too, so I don't know what.
That's right. As you see it and the way you're telling it, there is no getting better where you're at.
Not anytime in
But
the near future.
you know, you have that, think of that, it's a brick wall, wondering what's on the other side. What if what you got is just brown grass and what's on the other side is full of flowers and green grass? All you gotta do is put your ladder on, go over. Anyways,
Sounds easy.
bring your paperwork and we'll work on it together.
Okay.
And
I can do
I'll
that.
be your cheerleader in the corner, helping you
Okay.
as a support. Is that all right? Does that
Yeah,
work for you?
that sounds good.
Okay. We'll do that.
That actually just the thought of making plans to get
Yeah,
out of
that
there
helps. That helps.
helps. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in. We'll work on it next week.